thank you. Okay, just a few questions, if I may, really. I mean, I was unfortunately slightly late for the meeting. I mean, we all know what the roads are like around here, so I'm not really looking forward to the extra load that hundreds of lorries will actually make. But I think I heard one of the previous kind of questioners say that you've been told that Fareham Borough Council are actually minded to accept the application. Is that right?
No, that's not right at all. In fact, unfortunately, you did miss my opening remarks. I said Fareham Borough Council, as owner of the site, has said, in principle, we would be prepared to lease the land to National Grid, subject to them getting a planning consent from the local planning authority, from the planning committee, and realising a lot of other requirements which the council has, and one of the key ones being no adverse effect on the operations of the airfield. So no is the answer to that one. Okay, so I mean, I think probably an overriding feeling that I have, and maybe a number of people here, is that it almost feels as though Fareham Borough Council are like a co-sponsor on this. I think a lot of documentation and information that comes out implies that you're embarking on this hand-in-hand with the National Grid, that you're utterly behind it. It seems that probably money is a key driver, and I'm really surprised that you said that you wouldn't be charging an annual rent, that it would just be a peppercorn rent, so it would just be like up front, like initial payment. It feels like you're in on this. Yeah, that is very much how commercial leases are done. When you rent a piece of land to somebody, the general way you do it is you take all your money up front, and it's as simple as that. But by remaining the land owner, it means you can still control what goes on your land. Whereas if you just had a freehold sale, then you lose some of that control. But no, I think if you talk to some of the National Grid personnel who have been in meetings with me and with others and have gone out slightly shell-shocked afterwards, I don't think you would feel that we were in any way, shape or form hand in glove with National Grid.
Maybe it's just the feeling that's being given by some of the things. I think the comment about this evening's meeting, yeah, I think it's really good that there's 150 people here. Had there been a little bit more notice for it, where it's next week, we'd have probably been actually full to the rafters in here, and you'd have needed a bigger location. So I think that's why it feels like it's just being rushed. And I take the point that you may be giving 3 times longer for the applications, but given the weight of all of the documents, maybe that's not really a surprise. But actually, just one last point. The thing which has insulted me above all was actually going along to the National Grid's last consultation meeting in actually Stubbington here, back in March, where actually the centre of their exhibit was asking people the colour that they wanted the external of the building. That was a completely disingenuous attempt to make it a fait accompli, and I found that deeply offensive.
Okay, well, Fareham Council's consultation is obviously nothing whatever to do with National Grid, but I hear the point you make, and we've also, so it is not all done in a rush. Yes, we've extended the timescale for comment to the end of June, but the application is likely to be determined when? September time? So we will take comments all the way through to September, and they will all be taken into consideration. So, you've got June, July, August, whenever it is in September. I really don't think anybody needs to feel a rush about it. If we need another meeting, we'll have another meeting. Over 4,000 households were told about this meeting happening, and of course we've had other meetings on the same subject previously as well here in Stubbington. So absolutely don't feel rushed in terms of how long it will take to determine. It will take as long as it takes.